Hi, I'm Celine, and this is my dog Fella. We live in Revelstoke, BC, a small town with big adventures, big snowfall, and a big dog-loving community. From the snowy peaks of Avalanche country to the remote forests of tree planting camps to sled dog trails and veterinary clinics, I've had the privilege of working with dogs in some of the most challenging and awe-inspiring environments. This has given me a unique insight into the practical skills and knowledge needed to keep our best buddies safe in the great outdoors.
How's it going? How's it going? Oh, you know. 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 It ain't so bad. I can't complain. Seems like some things will never change. Seems like some things will never be the same. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, you know. 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 Got a hole in my boot, and my shoelace broke. So did my truck, spent my last buck on a pack of small. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, you know. 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 I fell in love for the first time. Since the first time I fell in love. We're holding hands. We're holding hands. We're holding hands.
Revi is a town of committed dog owners, adventurers, outdoor enthusiasts, and people who consider themselves stewards of the planet. Our series, Call of the Wild, is inspired by the enduring human-animal bond and how this bond is shaped by the untamed nature in this area. It's about companionship, safety, and a deep respect for all living things that draws us to these wild places. Join me and my best friend Fella as we dive into the incredible lives of dogs in rugged outdoor environments and discover what it truly means to answer the call of the wild.
Okay, good morning everybody. Let's get into some weather here. 0600. We've got some relatively high overcast skies, not high enough. Precip for nil. Max temp, negative 0.2. Min temp, minus 2.1. The winds definitely died down yesterday. We had some pretty randy winds, especially in the morning. Pretty sustained in the 50s with gusts approaching to the 70k. But those have since dropped off significantly with a little bit of a change in direction with a westerly component over the last few hours.
This is Al Roberts. He is the Avalanche forecaster and veteran patroller at Revelstoke Mountain Resort. Revi, as it's known, is a jewel nested in British Columbia's Selkirk and Monashee mountain ranges, renowned for its epic terrain, legendary snowfall, and vibrant backcountry culture. With an annual average snowfall of over 32 feet, Revelstoke offers the longest vertical descent in North America and some of the best powder skiing in the world, attracting thrill seekers from across the globe.
And then Saturday afternoon, we're looking at significantly warm temperatures in the Alpine. A little bit of an inversion going on, but potentially above zero in the Alpine. Avalanche Canada has gone out con mod. We've done the same at 332. Avalanche Canada has also issued a SPA for pretty much every region except for the lower mainland. And just their concern with the warming on the two persistent layers that we've got going in our upper snowpack in the mid-February and end of January layers. So they're just kind of putting that out as people get out and about on a nice sunny weekend. And InfoX is lit up. Everything quite size large, lots of different triggers. But anywhere, kind of the average is 1.5 to size 3 with a couple of 3.5. Also a few naturals in 2.5 to 3 range. Most of them citing either the January or the February PWL or wind slab. And for us, we kind of took storm slab off our problems and just left it as a wind slab. We've added cornices because they're large, and as the warm-up happens here, they will be suspect. And we're going to attempt to do some heli bombing this morning again. We'll see if the clouds will allow it. So far it's not looking awesome, but if we don't get it done today, we'll get it done tomorrow, hopefully, in preparation of this warm-up.
Avalanche forecasting plays a crucial role in ski patrol operations at Revelstoke Mountain Resort. Al is responsible for assessing snowpack stability, weather patterns, and terrain conditions to predict avalanche risk. By analyzing data from weather stations, snow profiles, and field observations, Al and the rest of our forecasting team determine the likelihood of avalanches and advise us patrollers on slope safety measures. This includes leading morning meetings, identifying hazardous zones, recommending trail closures, and guiding controlled avalanche mitigation efforts such as explosive control work. Not only that, but he is also a dog handler for the Canadian Avalanche Rescue Dog Association with his dog Maggie. Their expertise ensures that ski patrol can make informed decisions to keep guests and staff safe on the mountain. Avalanche rescue dogs and ski patrollers are more than just first responders. They're our mountain guardians. From early morning control missions to high-risk rescues, they move through avalanche terrain with precision and purpose, prepared to act when seconds matter most. But safety in the mountains isn't just about protocols. It's about people. The ski community, whether you're here in Revelstoke or somewhere far beyond, is tightly woven. One slide doesn't just affect the person caught. It sends a ripple through friends, family, patrollers, and complete strangers who share this snow-covered life. Here in Western Canada, avalanches are a constant risk. Our complex snowpack, shaped by volatile weather and weak layers buried deep in the snow, creates unpredictable and deadly conditions. Every backcountry mission carries real risk, not just for me, but for my whole community. We all carry each other's names out there. Every decision matters. That's why it's really important to share our stories, especially the close calls. In this community, we talk about near misses and incidents, not to shame or blame, but to learn, to examine what happened honestly, and to ask what we could have done differently. These conversations save lives.
Stevie is a Japug, half pug, half Japanese chin. And he's a mountain climber and a professional paddleboarder.
In this episode, I'm proud to feature my longtime friend, Radchenko. Ryan is a professional ski patroller with extensive experience in avalanche search and rescue. His story is particularly powerful. Years ago, while skiing in Fernie, Ryan was buried in an avalanche and saved by an avalanche dog.
Hi, I'm Ryan Radchenko, and I was buried by an avalanche for 26 minutes before I was found by an avalanche dog named Keno. Shortly after I moved to Fernie, British Columbia, I got a job as a lift operator. It was my first day of work. I was at the top of the White Pass chair and watching people skiing around and watching my coworkers ski around, and I noticed they all kind of went towards the knot chutes, which has you traverse the gun bowl, it's called. And the gun bowl is just an open bowl, bit of a terrain trap. But you know, I was keen to go skiing. That's what I was there to do, that and work. One lap through there with my supervisor, and then he told me I could go back for one more because I had time left before I had to go back to work at the bottom of the lift. And when I was traversing the gun bowl again, I was stopped by a ski patroller, and he was quite surprised that I was there. He told me that it was a closed area, and he had me stop right in the middle of a huge planar slope. There was a terrible, persistent weak layer that year down near ground. It was early season, which often happens is when the snow at the bottom of the snowpack is, the snow kind of degrades a bit. Our combined weight triggered an avalanche, and he was able, that ski patroller was able to step up and out of the avalanche that started. But I wasn't moving. I had no momentum or anything, so I really couldn't save myself. So I just kind of pointed my skis downhill and tried to ride this thing out, which I did. I stayed on my feet the whole way down. And it was only about, I don't know, I'd say like 80 meters until the micro bowl, I guess you could call it, terrain trap feature, where I came to a stop. And I was like, okay. I thought to myself, this is going to be okay. But then the rest of the snow that was behind me covered me over. I knew which way was up. I didn't get tossed around or anything. So I reached for the sky. And I really thought when I was buried in the darkness there, I really thought that my hand was above the snow level. So I thought, I wasn't really all that worried. And it's like, like two ski patrollers saw this happen, and I think my hand is above the surface of the snow. But it wasn't. I was waving my wrist, my arm, to try to get some attention. But so, which is what I think kind of created a column of air. Told myself to just calm down, and I was a bit excited there for a bit, and then I said, just slow down your breathing, because you might not have enough oxygen to get through this. So I tried to just relax as much as I could, and I ended up falling asleep. If it's a peaceful way to die, you just fall asleep, you start dreaming, and then if you die, you just don't wake up from that dream, and if you live, you wake up from the dream. And what I was dreaming it was strange. I was probably because I was looking at the bull wheel for the previous 3 hours or whatever it was, but I was dreaming that I was on the chairlift, and but I was only going around the bull wheel at the top, and then people were saying, "Ryan, get off the chairlift, get off the chairlift." They dug me out. I had no injuries. They took me to the hospital, x-rayed me, and I was back on my skis, in a few days. I'm thankful for that dog. The CARDA program is a very important piece of the puzzle out there when it comes to finding victims of avalanches. Unfortunately, most of the finds that these dogs perform are deceased people. They get flown out to avalanches around here by search and rescue for body retrieval a lot of the time. So my story was exceptional for the fact that I lived, and I think I was the first live find in Canada by an avalanche dog.
Next time you're on the mountain, soaking in the views, carving turns, or chasing powder, take a moment to notice the avalanche dog team. You might spot them quietly boarding a lift, running drills off to the side, or weaving through the crowds. What most people don't see are the countless hours of training that go into preparing these teams for the moment they're needed most. These dogs and their handlers are some of the hardest working teams on the mountain. They train in whiteouts, in deep snow, before dawn, and long after others have gone home. The bond they build is rooted in trust, discipline, and a deep sense of duty. Their professionalism and grit are what make them capable of doing what most of us hope we'll never need: finding someone buried under snow when time is running out. We're really lucky to have them, and luckier still that these handlers commit their entire seasons, and their dogs, even their entire working careers, to keeping us safe. In part 2 of this episode, we'll introduce another Avalanche dog team and go deeper into how rescues are performed and how training in controlled environments prepares them for real-life emergencies. Even though Ryan's Avalanche incident happened on a different mountain than ours, the lessons are universal. What happened there could just as easily happen here in Revelstoke or on your home mountain. That's why we share these stories, to learn from them, to reflect on them, and to consider firsthand how they might one day impact you. So next time you see a dog team, give them a nod and a thank you. They're out here for all of us.